we're here at the HSPA conference with
Yes.
Monique Jelks, who is our incoming president for HSPA. It'll be official tomorrow at the
Yes.
close of the conference. So how exciting.
It is very exciting. I'm so excited about the future. This is the first conference post-COVID that we are feeling like we have stabilized. You know, we are back to business, and so this is exciting times. We're very excited. It's great turnout here.
It is.
Good
energy.
Great turnout, great energy, not just by the members, but also by the vendors that are here. So we're excited.
Yeah, so are we. It's been great for us too.
Yes,
so.
lots of education.
Absolutely.
Lots of education.
That's the important part.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about how you got to become president. You know, what your journey has been through your profession with sterile processing.
So let me tell you, I have been in perioperative services for 31 years. So I started off as a surgical tech, and about 16 years ago, I entered the sterile processing department just to help. Okay. And that's how it happens for many of us. You go and you help, and that help turned into, Monique, we need you to stay in sterile processing and work with them and fix it. Well, it wasn't sterile processing that needed to be fixed. This was during my years in Indiana. It wasn't sterile processing that needed to be fixed. It was the surgery department that needed to follow certain standards of putting instruments back in the correct pans and spraying them with the correct solution. Point of use care. And controlling the vendors who were bringing in trays and using them without communicating. I mean, it was so much. And at that time, I was not very knowledgeable about recommendations and standards for sterile processing. So
to be able to point to the practices.
Exactly. I was simply a surgical tech willing to help. And in that department, those technicians taught me. And at the time, HSPA was issued. And at the time, I learned about AAMI standards. I learned about HSPA. I learned about all these governances. I learned about the test study book. And so I just took it upon myself to take the test, to study. I studied for a few months, took the test and passed it, and then continued to stay in sterile processing and help. Well, that help turned into leadership. So I became the manager of that department. And the next thing you know, I was presenting at the local chapter of HSPA in Indiana. So I started doing presentations, helping to set up conferences in the local chapter. And on the airplane, I'll never forget this, in 2016, we're headed to San Antonio, Texas. And I'm just thinking about work. And I had an epiphany, and I said, we need to change the culture of work between the OR and SPD. And back then, they had magazines in the back seat in front of you on the airplane. And so the thoughts were going through my head so fast that I grabbed the magazine and I just started writing. And I wrote on the magazine, then I possessed the magazine that didn't belong to me, put it in my bag. Put it in my bag, and when the call for presentation came for 2017, I submitted it. That was here in Nashville, right here at the Grand Full Circle, right here at the Gaylord. So in 2017, I did a presentation called Creating a Culture of Excellence. And that was to bridge the gap of communication and service between SPD and the OR.
I believe I saw that presentation way back when.
It turned into an article in Communique. And from that point on, I have been involved heavily into sterile processing standards, education. How do we make it better? And then one thing after another led to a nomination to be a director on the board. And so I accepted that nomination wholeheartedly. And then here I am now with the accepted nomination and a vote by all of the members to be the next president.
So from kind of what you thought would be a temporary help to drinking from the fire hose, learning everything there is, a real passion for advancing the profession, and now here we are.
Absolutely.
It's quite a journey.
Yeah, very much so. I'm happy about it, proud of it.
As you should be. Congratulations again. So your presidency is officially kicking off tomorrow. You've got a year. So what's your vision for the organization?
So my vision is very very plain, very simple. I like to compare it to a marriage. So we have worked on the board to change the name of HSPA from ISHM to HSPA, Healthcare Sterile Processing Association. And so we changed the name, we changed the logo. It's like being married. Your name got changed, you changed your logo, you got a new house, right? What's in that house? What are you going to do? The honeymoon is over. Our name is changed officially almost 2 years now. What does that mean for us? What is the standard behind that name? How are the people engaged to you, married to you, going to perform going forward? Because now we have a commitment, right? How will we support our members? Better support the community that is outside of the United States. How do we reach out to our industry partners? How do we continue to connect with AAMI to make sure that we are receiving the best education possible and following recommendations that are being provided? This will be about setting the standards for stabilizing our professional organization for the next 3 years. So we have some pillars that we will be attacking. One of them is education. And so that is a really, really big opportunity for us to draw more members, support the current members that we have, and just develop our organization as professionals.
Yeah, and that's one of the best ways that any organization can support its members, is making sure that they've got the resources and the knowledge, educational opportunities, right? Exactly, to develop that competence.
Yes.
And, really feel like they're supported and they know what they're doing and can actually achieve the excellence that they want to get to.
Support it and respect it.
Yes.
That's a big deal right now with sterile process.
Right, and I think certification goes into that.
Certification is it. That says that I respect myself in my career, and others ought to as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, very good. Yeah. So anything else that we should be watching out for? Great things coming?
Well, I will tell you this. We have an amazing board, and we have new members who have been elected to this board. And I am really excited about what we will do collectively as a group, because there's a lot of knowledge, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of diversity within this group of knowledge. Right?
A lot of different perspectives.
A lot of different perspectives. So I'm excited about what we will put forward, what we will agree upon, even what we won't agree upon, and just be ready for some change that's going to be exciting. Be ready for new standards that we're going to create, not just as an organization, but as a board. What are we going to hold ourselves to?
Right.
What commitment and legacy are we going to leave for the next board coming on? What will they have to do to continue the process going forward? We're ever changing, perioperative services as a whole. That technology is coming to us fast and hard. We thought the Da Vinci robot was just, 4 or 5 arms we'll process every once in a while. We did not see this as a daily operation, a part of a surgery schedule. Now we're looking at robotics as a service line. You know what I mean? A service line.
Technology is changing and changing the practice.
Exactly. Here at conference, for the second time, I've seen the automated system where you have a machine building the tray of basic instrumentation.
Right.
We're going to need that going forward in the future, because we're going to be focused on more technology. Oh, we believe AI is coming to sterile processing, no doubt. We don't know how sophisticated AI will be. People tend to fear the presence of AI because they believe that it will take away jobs and opportunities, but you still need that human element. And so I think there will be a shift. Don't know when it's coming. So we're just at the beginning of IT being more interested in what sterile processing does. For all of us, we've lived in the basement for so long of every hospital, but now that technology in the OR is changing, you now have to change the technology that exists in the sterile processing department to keep up with the demand. Like I said, these robotic arms are taking over, and they are not lasting forever. They expire after so many uses. And so what's going to happen? We're now speeding up the process and the need to reprocess quicker, faster. And we can't do it with our own human energy. And we can't do it with our own human energy with high quality, right? So we would either have to staff all of these departments to the top of everybody's budget, or we can invest in some technology that will help and support us.
Right, and maybe along the lines of risk management. You know, if you know that there's certain, you know, types of instruments, I guess, that might present problems, or if you know that there's, you know, maybe for predictive staffing. So you know there's certain times when you have to staff up, or you know, have more instruments available and ready.
Right. I see a lot of technicians in my vision, in my head, turning into quality assurance professionals, because you have these robotics, right? You have this. It's just like manufacturing. AI has reached manufacturing. Sterile processing is the manufacturing department within the hospital, right? And so once AI hits us like it has manufacturing, where will the quality assurance programs play in, right? So now we're going to be those individuals going back behind the robots, going back behind the human plus robot process. Did we get it right? Did we eliminate errors? Is there any possibility that we have contaminated a tray in our processes, right? So I think that change is coming. Change is coming.
So different sets of skills and continued evolution of the profession.
Different sets of skills. You know, a long time ago, our parents before us and our grandparents, you know, we had the cordless phone, and then you had the cell phone. I tell you, my grandmother would be like really going crazy right now with being able to talk to 3 people on the phone at the same time. Like, she would probably be baffled. How in the world is this technology existing? Right? We have technology that hasn't even happened to us yet. And I believe it's going to happen fast. When I first started off in perioperative services 30 years ago, we only had a 10 millimeter telescope, and we did surgery, but we looked inside of the belly, but we didn't operate. We just looked inside of the belly. There was no surgery through a telescope. That wasn't happening. You just did it so you didn't have to cut the patient open. It was just a laparoscopic look and see. Now we're laparoscopic, take it out of me. So change is coming, and we got to be ready for it.
Oh, very good. Yes. And HSPA is there.
The HSPA is here. Yes. So how will we continue these processes of education? How do we get people on boards, committees? Right? This is it.
Oh, great. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.